Praise Yah, Yohe Wahe, creator of the heavens and earth and everything in it, the self-sustaining one, the Holy One of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What I'm going to do today is just get into Ezekiel chapter 37, the valley of dry bones. And I'm just going to get straight into it, just to clarify some things up, all right? Chapter 37, the hand of Yah was upon me. This is Ezekiel talking. And he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord, Yah, and set me in the valley, okay, the middle of the valley. And it was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley. Bones that were very dry, okay? Keep that key word, dry, all right? One key word. He asked me, son of man, can these bones live? All right, so the Most High is asking Ezekiel, can these bones, these dry bones live? All right? Ezekiel said, O sovereign Lord, you alone know. So Ezekiel said, only you know, Yah. Then he said to me, prophesy these bones. So the Most High now is saying, Ezekiel, prophesy to these bones. Say to these bones what I'm going to command you to say. This is what the Most High is getting ready to tell Ezekiel, all right? Prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of Yah. This is what the sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am Yah. Okay? So the Most High prophesies this through Ezekiel, right in front of Ezekiel eyes and Ezekiel eyes only, all right, and did these things, okay, to the bones, all right. And the reason why he did this was to show Ezekiel that he was Yah, not the bones, okay, because the bones are dead. The bones are exactly what they are, bones, all right, and I'll prove that later on in the scripture, because the Most High refers to them as bones, not people, not a new nation, okay? So it's just an analogy of a comparison between the bones and Israel, the house of Israel, all right? So let me read on. He said, so I prophesied as I was commanded. You see, he was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. So, as Ezekiel prophesied, all right, as Yah told him to, it happened right in front of his eyes. Okay, this is what he's saying. All right, and then he said there was no breath in him. All right, then Yah said to Ezekiel, prophesy the breath. Prophesy, son of man. Say and say to it. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe into these slain. Okay? The Most High referred to him as the slain. He didn't refer to him as people. Alright? He didn't refer to him as living. Okay? He just showed in his power that he can make them live. Alright? But he didn't say that they were going to be a living people. He still referred to them as dead. They still are dry bones, okay? The Most High is just flexing his power in front of Ezekiel, showing him that I can do anything, all right? Anything that he wants to, all right? But these particular bones didn't become a living people, all right? Once again, just an analogy, just a comparison with the true 12 tribes of Israel, the house of Israel. So let me read on, all right? So I prophesied as a commanded, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on their feet as a vast army. Okay? So now he prophesied the breath and they came into the people. All right? And then they just stood up before Ezekiel and stood up like a vast army. Okay? So now, as you see now, you're starting to see this analogy. Okay? The people. All right? Israel. These bones are not living bones, they're not living people. He didn't make them to, become a second nation of Israel. It's just an analogy, just a comparison. And he did all this, he did all these miraculous signs in front of Ezekiel, all right, to show his power, all right. So let me read on. Then he said to me, son of man, these bones, so you see, the Most High referred to him, see, son of man, these bones. He didn't say, see, son of man, these living people, this new nation of living bones that came from bones and now that I've made to live. He said, see, son of man, these bones, all right, are the whole house of Israel. So you see, the Most High compared, okay, the bones all right, that he put tendon, flesh on, put breath in, rose up in front of Ezekiel, and just stood there in front of Ezekiel, all right. The Most High compared these bones, all right, this miraculous sign, all right, this miraculous sign of power to Ezekiel, to the house of Israel, all right, because he said right here, then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off, okay? Because you gotta understand. See, the Most High is basically saying, your hope, all right, is dried up like the dry bones was dried up when Ezekiel first approached them and said, the bones that were very dry. So see, the Most High is basically is using this as an analogy, okay, to talk about Israel and how they feel. All right, we feel like these dry bones. All right, we have no help. We have no way out. Who is our Savior? Okay, period, point blank. Okay, our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off. See, cut off means we have no way out. Cut off. All right. Therefore prophesy and say to them. So the Most High now saying, okay, Ezekiel prophesies and say to them, okay, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. So he's not talking about he's going to bring us up from the grave, man. All right. What he means here is he's talking about as far as what we think and how we feel, our hope. All right, bringing us back into the word of His knowledge and wisdom and under His understanding, Yah. Okay, because with His words, with His understanding, we live. All right, because you know back in Deuteronomy, He said this word right here, choose life. His word is life. Okay, His way, Yah's way, is life. All right. So you gotta understand that's how. If you don't have Yah's laws, you don't have Yah's ways. Well, then you're just walking dead. You're the walking, living dead people. All right. So basically, you're dead, but you're still alive. Okay, because you don't have the illumination of the Most High ways. Okay, and His commandments and His laws and His statutes. All right. Period, point blank. So when you get that, then you are raised up out of this grave, this slumber of darkness of knowledge that you were set in, okay? Of all this idolatry and all these lies that you were taught, okay? Simple as that. All right. So he said, therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what Yah says. O my people, I'm going to open your graves and bring you from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am Yah. When I open up your graves and bring you up from them, I will put my spirit in you and you will live. Okay? So you got to understand, he said I was going to bring you back, okay, into the land. All right? When you go into Isaiah, what is he talking about? Didn't he say that he was going to bring his people back from the north and all the countries that he was scattered, that he scattered them to? All right, he didn't say he was going to raise them up out of the grave. He said I was going to bring my people from all the descendants of Israel, from all the countries, okay, that I've scattered them, from the north and all the other countries, all right? And he said descendants. He didn't say from the grave, all right? So as you know, when he says grave here, this is just an analogy, all right? You got to understand that, all right? So then he said, I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am Yah. When I open up your graves and bring you back, bring you up from them, I will put my spirit in you and you will live. And I will settle you in your own land. Okay, you got to understand. The spirit of Yah is his ways, his knowledge, keeping in his laws, his creeds, and his commandments, walking in all his ways. That's the spirit of Yah. Okay? As simple as that. When Yah puts that spirit upon you, then you do all the things that Yah requires you to do. Okay? Simple as that. You keep his laws and you walk in his ways. All right? That's the spirit of Yah. Okay? And you teach his ways. All right? And you only say what the Most High says. You don't add and you don't take away. All right? So then you will know that I am Yah, have spoken. I have done it, declares Yah. Okay? So when the Most High says when he gathers back and bring us to the land, all right, then his people will know that he is Yah, which I already know he's Yah, but a lot of other people who may not know and really battle with this, then you really would know that he is Yah, because Yah prophesies that he would bring us back to the land. Okay, Jesus prophesies this taking you to heaven. Okay, as simple as that. All right. And so then when he goes into the one nation under one king, and he's talking about he's going to bring David back, you got to use common sense here. Because when you go to 2 Samuel, all right, chapter 7, verse 12, it tells you that the Most High said after you pass away and go with your fathers, all right, pass away, which means he dies and go with his fathers, that he will establish, okay, the seed from David's own body and establish his governorship over Israel. So the seed had to come from David's bloodline, okay, from generation, all right. So after Solomon, all right, after every other king, okay, after that bloodline, all right, the king, the governor of Israel has to come from the bloodline of David, the descendant of David, all right, from his own body. So that's his bloodline. And David had passed away, just like the Most High said. When you pass away, okay, and go with your fathers, I will establish your seed from your own body, okay? Governorship over Israel. That's 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. This is for y'all righteousness, Jerusalem, and the Holy Seed. Peace.